Pen name Jay here. I don't know what I'm gonna call this segment dealing with comic books, but this one's talking about Miles Morales, the new Ultimate Spider-Man. I followed Ultimate Spider-Man from issue 1 to 160, and I was more angry about Peter Parker's death than the replacement of a black guy. And I'm a black guy too, so it's kind of hard for me to say, oh, it's just a black guy, and he's half black, half Hispanic. So it's like, oh, you guys are just trying to do equal opportunity by mixing the character up. I really didn't really care about that. Really didn't care. The only thing that I thought I would have more of an issue with for Miles Morales is I don't know if he's 13 years old. I don't want to read about a 13-year-old Spider-Man. The youngest they ever had Spider-Man, the youngest Spider-Man they ever had was a 15-year-old. So I was like, yeah, high schooler dealing with this, dealing with that. Cool. 15 is, the age that a freshman in high school is. And, you want to read about Spider-Man in high school, dealing with bad guys, and still dealing with high school stuff. Generic high school stuff. Stuff that you just pull out of your head like, oh, he needs a dance for the homecoming and all that. Now, they're saying that this Spider-Man is younger, meaning that, okay, so he's younger. That means he's in middle school. You turn the new Spider-Man into a middle schooler. And that was the only thing that I thought would be the problem, is that, he's a middle schooler. And I'm like, yeah, middle schooler. I think that's the only problem I have. I'm still going to read it. I'm still going to check it out. If I don't like it, I'm not going to collect anymore. That's usually what happens when people don't like stuff. They just stop reading it. Also, the other thing that's kind of interesting about Miles is his powers are slightly different. That was the thing that I think is going to attract me towards reading it anyway. I was going to pick it up anyway because I'm a Spider-Man fan and I've been following Ultimate Spider-Man, so it's kind of like... But as I was reading Ultimate Fallout number 4, Miles doesn't really have much strength as Peter has. It's either because he's much younger, but I'm not really sure about that. He might have been bitten by another type of spider, because whenever he punched Kangaroo, you see like these 3 thunderbolt things, which usually in cartoons is a symbol for pain. But when he punched Kangaroo was wondering, what the heck did you do to me? It's either Kangaroo's just really strong and he didn't expect him to punch him that hard, or he has what I'm thinking is like a venomous jab. Like he punches somebody and they get poisoned. I know that he doesn't have natural webs. Sad. But, climbing up the wall, interesting. He can still climb up walls, and you hear him huffing and puffing climbing it up the wall, so that means that he doesn't have enough strength to support his own weight yet. I mean, yeah, he has enough strength to climb all the way up, so he can, but not sufficiently support his own weight, meaning that he doesn't have super strength. Or maybe he does. Issue 1 may prove me wrong, but this issue makes it look like he doesn't really have much of that super strength. What I will be interested in seeing with Miles is, how is he going to get his web shooters, or how does he discover that he can shoot out webs from the bottom of his wrist, something like that. And how he gets his new costume, and how they're going to relate him to the previous Spider-Man cast. And I'm not really sure how they're going to do that. I think JJ might not take a liking to the new Spider-Man because, he known Peter Parker. He knows his behaviors. And after the Ultimatum fiasco, he began to respect Spider-Man way before he knew who Peter Parker was. And how May Parker, Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane, how they're going to treat this kid. And romance, unrequited love, whatever. I don't think they need to concentrate much on that if he's 13. I know 13-year-old boys, they develop certain things at that age. Puberty kicks right in afterwards. But other than that, Miles Morales is going to be a great addition to the Ultimate line. And knowing that the Ultimate line is trying to make, new stories for people to follow. And also now they're trying to deviate from 616, still having things, a little similar, but trying to deviate by, maybe having the same character but with a different identity, because they can do it. It would actually be good. But here's the thing. Here's something that I really want to happen. What I want to happen in Ultimate Spider-Man. Either a year, 2 years, 3 years later. Once it's up to issue 36, something like that, you find out that Peter Parker's still alive. Peter Parker does not want to adopt the identity of Spider-Man. But what he wants to do is he wants to, which he needed himself, he wanted to mentor Miles. That's what I'm interested about, because they left it in a way, they said that he died, but they left it in a way that it was so open that, he is thought of to be dead. But other than that, that's about it.